Okay, this is our girl with King, but you don't see much. And we're in the shop, and I'm going to try my best to keep the camera where we are. And it's kind of hard to remember when there's a lot of people around, but I'll do my best to keep the camera where we are. Okay, so for the first lab, we got Roger. You did a reversal here, right? Okay, so what Roger did is he reversed. Do a little quick. He reverses connection here. It says on the nameplate. To reverse the rotation of the shaft, you reverse the black and the red wires, which would be the T5 and the T8, T5 and T8, which would be the red and black that are within the motor. That'll make the shaft go the other way. So he's done that, and I'm gonna verify that. So to go reverse, and he's on high voltage, the line 1 should be blue. It should stay blue like it is, and it is. It's got blue for line 1 coming in. And then the for line 2, it originally was yellow and black. Now it should be, it was originally yellow, yellow, black. Now it should be yellow, red in that bone. The red's coming out of that one, going down here, yellow and red. And it is. It has yellow and red in that bundle. And then the insulated bundle, instead of it being orange, red, white, it should be orange, black, white, because we reversed the black and the red. So orange, black, white should be in there for the high voltage. Orange, black, white on the insulated, and that's correct. That's orange, black, white, and those colors are the ones internal in the motor, not the incoming white wire or black, but the winding wires that are within the motor. Okay, so all that's good. And I'm gonna move the camera over here. We'll cut it on. Well, what we do, the first thing we'll check is which one is. So is there another screw that you can swap it with or not? The screw does work. A while ago on Brandon's, we actually replaced the screw and found that the screw is stripped, not the thread, not female. You got a 50-50 chance that needs to be that way. So the screws that are not used are the 2 middle ones. If you could get maybe that first one that's being used, you need to tease it out with a screwdriver like a turn. If you go to the screwdriver, just so you tease it. Pull a little bit extra turn. And I've got new transformers. If it's a female, then I got new transformers with it, and that's not a problem. Well, he's got over here a screw to strip out on the transformer. We're going to try a new screw and just find out if the male strip or if the female on that transformer. Get stuck for the good time.
What function is the ELC 128?
Introduction to PLC program. Which will be the good. It's the best electric, one of the best electric you can get. Because everywhere you go in the industry, their PLCs are running the equipment, even on farms. They might not call it PLC, but it is. It's a dedicated PLC on the farm. Your controller, if you got say a brand specific controller for hot house, where it looks at temperature sensors and all that, and it runs your Honeywells. Well, an independent Honeywell's not a PLC. It's a controller. It's like a temperature controller. But when you get onto a larger scale controller that runs your curtains. On and the fan. Okay, so is it a small little Honeywell, or is it a big?
There's a small Honeywell that this and this, you can put in what temperature the fans come on, what temperature your curtains are raising, then it goes into the big box.
A bigger box.
That's cool. Lid off the.
Okay. So we're going to check rotation here. Everybody got glasses on. We're going hot here. Yeah, everybody keep glasses on. Yeah, Taekwon. Yeah, make sure you keep your glasses on. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. I'm going to tell you a true story. A true story. I saw a guy in the plant. He had his glasses on his head like that. He was pouring a chemical, mixing up waste treatment chemicals. And he was pouring caustic soda into a tank to mix it with water. His glasses was on his head, and he got one little drop in his eyeball, and it burnt like fire, and he couldn't even see how to get to the eye wash station. He started hollering, and somebody had to go get him by the hand and take him to the eye wash station. Yeah. So they don't do you no good on your head. Yeah. Yeah. They're not shade glasses. Yeah. All right. So the first time your rotation was clockwise, wasn't it? So it should be counterclockwise this time. Well, you stand on this side. You can lay that lid over this way a little bit. Don't snap it shut. Well, actually, it's yeah. Go ahead. You're going to have to actually close the lid. Right. Now cut it off so we can see it.
This professional fabrication here.
See, it's going that way. It's going counterclockwise. You see it. So it's going the other way. And so that would come in handy if you had a fan that had to go the opposite way of what the motor would normally do. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay. So you cut it back on, and I'm going to let you start measuring voltage. Go ahead. There you go. Now, let's get the meter, and let's let you do some measurements real quick with it running.
How many new training? Transport.
So you move a screw over, and it's still straight.
Yeah, she's straight.
Okay.
It just keeps spinning. Okay.
Right over here. Look, the transformers will be over here. It's a different brand because The Acme brand was not available, so that's a date. So the main difference is going to be this.
Yeah, she's not right.
Now, in shipment, if you see that got bent, so you can take a pair of channel locks and flatten that out real careful, like that, so it can both down. They both got bent. When the box got moved around, and then they got. So your jumpers, we can actually turn this in for Wes a while. Just give me a second here, and then we're going to get to you. So here he's replacing the transformer. That's what the secondary is going to give you. The 120 volts future schematic thing. Yeah, that third one is here. Hey, in middle, there's a safety worksheet and a lockout tagout worksheet that you haven't done. You want to check it out. Look, if you look in middle, down in the middle of those handouts, so in the middle of the two worksheets, it's going to get through. So anyway, as far as the jumper, these jumpers, they come in a bag like that. There's two of them. If you have to decide, you're going to go how those coming in or low. Series parallel coming in. So when you measure, you get your valve there. Be up here. If you've got 240 coming in, we're in the range of 240. We have 208 still in this connection. If it was going to be 480, we're going to use this connection. If you have 480 on your machine coming in from the machine, you can choose this one either way. If you go low or high. And your jumpers will go. You use two jumpers. If it's going to be 240, a single jumper in the middle, it's going to be 480. So for low voltage 240, in the range of 208 to 240, you do two jumpers. And if it's going to be high voltage, anywhere from 460 to 480, you put one single jumper in the middle. You see those lines? See that? You see that line in the center there? See it? Of course, the two lines there. That's a jumper. That's a jumper. What that does, when you put two in there, it puts those windings, that winding and that winding up parallel. If you put a single jumper in, it puts those two windings in series. I'll get into that more later. That sets the transformer has a dual winding on the primary, so those little squiggly lines there, curly lines there, those two coils that are in this primary. Those two coils have to be in parallel for low voltage. They have to be in series for high voltage. Okay, and we'll get into that later as far as on the board. It ends up putting those windings have to have 240 across each one. And you put them in parallel, and your source voltage is 240. There's 240 across each one of the windings. If you got 480 coming in, well, that's what you have coming to the machine. If you got 480 across the outside tunnels, you put a single jumper in the center, and it links the center two together, and you're sharing 480 volt across two of those. And those two share half of it piece. You end up with 240 across each line when you put a single jumper in the middle, but it makes it a series. With 480 across the two, each one actually bears 240 pieces. If you have 480 across the two in series, they share half pieces. It's kind of like two people sharing a plate of food. You know what I mean? You can't do that. So that's, if you have like a traditional, that's kind of what it would be. So if you look, you're going to drop your jumpers in like this here, guys. If you look, your jumper's going to lay in, you're going to loosen up the H1 and H3 and just slide it in behind there. And then the other jumper's going to go in on the H2, H4 above the saddles, and then you can leave these wires flopping off. So go ahead and do that once you've done on camera. I'll film you doing this. That's what you call configure the transformer. You configure it from low voltage or high voltage. You got to decide when that thing comes out of the box. Does your machine have low voltage 240 or does it have 480 back machine coming in locked in constantly? dual voltage universal transformer. It'll work on a lot of different machines. They make them so the company can sell a lot of them. They don't have to have so many different model number transformers. And then a company doesn't have to start something. You have to have one work on a bunch of different transformers. See, he's just laying them jumpers in there under sounds. Very simple. And he's doing what you call, he's configuring the primary line for low voltage parallel. It's like when you configure a computer or configures with something on your phone, you set the configuration, you're doing that with your jumper. Without the jumpers in there, those two windings on the primary, they're not connected to each other at all. They're isolated from each other with two separate windings. You've either got to put them in parallel like this or put them in series like that. It even tells you on the bag. It even tells you on the bag series connection or parallel connection. It even tells you right on there for that. It is. Chapter 7 in your book gets into this stuff, but you have to have it now. You got to know this now. But did you get happy with it?
I didn't even get this. It didn't even start typing this. I didn't get to start typing this.
Pull the screw out. The one that says NA, take you to move it over and see what happens.
I didn't even put it in there. Ain't no good.
It's no good, right? So you give it just a little hint of a snug. You don't want to do much. Just a hint, okay. Okay, great. And again, take your channel arcs and straighten the legs out. The legs on the transformer were bent coming in. They got hit in the box and shit. You got to straighten out. There you go. Now, when you mount it with the high voltage up here and the low down here, you'll be good. So just let me have that and you get it all.
I want to take it and just move it one over at a time.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good idea. Okay.
So does it run the same? It runs the same way as that one?
It runs the same way.
Except for these two wires right here, it's going to go here. All right. Yeah, here.
Where's your schematic? Yeah, get your schematic out. I've actually got this here mentioned on that schematic.
Yeah, that's right.
I've got a note on there about date transformers. You can see it says here. Well, actually, I didn't put the note on these. I've updated it since then. But the X1 terminal, where you tap off to go to the stop button, it's called XF on here. XF.
All right. That's where that one goes.
You look right here. You see this line here. The fuse here is pre-wired internal. X1 is already wired to the fuse within the transformer. Here, you actually tap off of the XF terminal here, and that's the wire. So here you can update yours. XF is where you tap it to go to the stop button. Okay. So you just put a wire under there, and that goes to the stop button. And then the wire that jumps
96.
that's not right anyway. You know, 96 doesn't go to here, 96 goes to X2. So here, look here. The 96 goes to X2. It's gonna be here.
All right.
On this one, it would have been right here, just the X2 on this one. So you look, X2, you see here, X2 is this terminal here. X1, X2. So the 96, it wasn't supposed to go to here, it was supposed to go to X2, which is here. But it doesn't matter now because you're coming off of this one anyway.
Yeah. So where does my ground go to this?
The ground, look, the ground goes to X2, the neutral coming from 96, it goes to X2, and then a green ground wire is going to come out and go to the foot of it, and then the jumper goes up to the.
All right.
You take your pocket knife and screwdriver, scrape the paint off of that foot, so that when you put your screw and your lug on there, it'll brown to the metal, not to the paint.
All right.
Just scratch it, you're not going to do all that. See, this jumper here needs to be green. That needs to be green going up to here.
All right. I didn't have no green, so I use white. I didn't use white nowhere else.
Green.
Green tape.
Just use a green wire. It's supposed to be a green wire for ground. Yeah. Green going to the foot and then green going up to here. Yeah. Okay. Okay, Roger. Sorry about the delay, man. Okay.
I told you. Yeah, man. I think.
I'm gonna let you measure voltage in there and current voltage and amp. That's a good idea. Sorry about the delay. It takes time, and then we get interruptions. Okay, so we're back to that single phase motor that Roger's hooked up here. He's got it hooked up on the high voltage on 208. He has it reversed, and we're going to do some voltage and current readings in the box there. That's something I forgot to get the first couple of guys to do the voltage and current readings.
Go.
Okay.
Just paying a little bit.
So, what you say now?
It was just me.
Huh?
It was just me.
Just bent,
It's fine.
right? Now, so he's got it on. And he's going to go inside the box here. Go to voltage. All right, so what he's going to do here is he's going to check across the 208 at the top and flip your meter around where we can see it with the screen. If you can orient the meter where we can all see. Actually, look, let me show you something right here. Take the meter and do something like this right here. Let me hand the meter. Well, you can do it. Put your probe in there. That's fine. So he'll check across the two incoming leads there. Right. I want to get where I can see you good there. That's your two incoming wires. 209. Now, check each one of those to ground. So he's going from ground. If you can move your hand over.
All right.
Now he's checking from each incoming leg to ground. 120. Now move to the other one. 120. That's correct. Now do the same thing on the bottom, leaving the fuses. Go leg to leg. I mean, from fuse to fuse. No, you're going to check from the, both, L1 and L2. Yeah. You got your 209, and now check from each one to ground. And they're 120 a piece to ground. That's good. Now let's check the amps. So you can change the meter over to A for amps. And you're going to get around each one of the motor leads with that fork. And you're reading 4.2 amps on that one. And 4.3 amps on the other one. If you notice how it's got the wire has to be all the way up in the fork. That's fine, that's good. Now, so you can, now shut that off. That was good. And so that was a way to check your incoming power, going to your disconnect and leaving. And he was drawing 4.2 amps. So let's go to the nameplate. And the nameplate shows the running amps should be 6.5 amps on at 230. Now, there's no load. There was actually no load on it. What did you draw? It was 4.5 amps. Right. So he's drawing less than what it says here. So if you notice right here, the amps, you got the 115, 230, and at the 230 volt, 6.5 amps. We're running at 208 volt, and you actually have even less amps here simply because there's no load on the motor. The motor doesn't have anything tied to the shaft. There's no pump tied to it, a fan. So it's drawing less than a nameplate. So that's fine. Okay, I'll sign you off on this. Yeah, let's keep that off because them little ears will bust. Stuff is playing pretty cheap. Hold on just 1 second. Let me sign him off so I forget. Hey, did anybody was actually the last one on this one the other day? Did we do it really don't matter if it's I didn't remember. I was thinking, but I didn't remember doing shit.
Mr. Wood, you look right here real quick.
Am I able to take the go?
Yeah. You always make sure that you check where the power source is. Just like that. And also take the meter. It's also another good idea.
So
Take this meter here before you touch anything. Put the plug on. Get you out of those regular plugs. Get your pair of these on. Put these on.
You know where the drill with the is? You can't have that drill.
You want to drill?
Can't go.
Take the meter. Put that in that handle slot there. Get the bolt. Get the bolt. This Actually, the AC room or the AC, either one, I'm saying,
Which one is
sound like the whole thing, I know. If you go across these two hands, man, and it should be about 208, look at the top. Position to reach. Be careful not to hit that. The purple button is a hold button, so if you hit that, it's gonna lock that roof and move it up. So that's what something you got to keep your hand close on. No meter stick actually really good. That's fine. And then each one in the ground goes from wood. Go from that, go from L1, L2, go L1 ground and L2. Make sure it says it. You can normally do 120 from each one in the ground if it's hot. This can be the max. There you go. That's what it's done. Just bring it. Now you have your state on right. You can use that up there again. Yeah. And you can flip your power on. That's just a good habit to be in. Just, you know, develop that meter can save your life if you use it.
Can you check on those right here?
Yes, sir. Absolutely. How, that's your incoming line, or there's nothing coming line right there, you always put them in the outside way?
I think it's,
You're doing the logo hookup for 220 to 240, and we're actually 208. We're getting low.
Mr. Dillon, I need to fix one. Go ahead,
Okay. You see that? If you had 480 coming in, you would configure it different. Instead of you having them two jumpers right there, them little clips. Just ran there, you see those other days? Jump clip. Instead of having them two in there, you would put one jumper in the center. Just put two jumpers in. Then put a jumper plate, you put one in the middle, and you put in one of them. So you take one of them out, and then that jumper there will slide over to the center. And get the 480 volt coming to the tune. This will work on low voltage or high voltage, the same transformer, depending on how you put jump strip down. Have to be real careful. But no, when you put it moving like, you have to get a new transformer called here, screw strip down. And when you get a bag, you get a little plastic bag that clips in it. And you have to decide where it can go. To make it on the field, you can end up seeing smoke come out of it. It don't work like that. Woo. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, you put that back down. That will be the next step. We'll be put in here like this, and then you'll start
Short black wire.
the transformer. X2 problem goes up. X2 is here because where that is. It shows you the wires right here. There's the X1, X1's over here, and X2's over there. They're actually reversed from the ground, by the way. X1 is here, X2 is here. Because of X1, X1. If you got X1 terminal, we'll go with a little short wire. Short wire. Get it in. Right in there. Here's that. You're looking, you're already solid, right? Right here.
Let's see.
This right here is that. So you can next year, if you put those two jumpers in, and you just put it out right here. What I have in the red, and the next thing you're gonna do.
So you're gonna take the one from 13.
When you went in and start that, you can look at it, put another line
See,
in.
it's smaller than the back of the stop.
And run it around the first thing. And that's it. You can just set that branch that goes to hold the contact first thing. That's it. First thing, like 13, 14. You know, for normally open, actually normally open contact is like 13 and 14 here.
In the same spot.
That actually normally open, when the coil pulls in like that, 13 and 14, they close and they become a holding contact. So the way you start, button, power on. Press this, coil pulls in. It's like raw, everything in like that 13 and 14 here, they close. And then it allows you to let it go with your hands, let it go. One time,
Like this part right here is because I couldn't figure out where I was gonna go from. As far as 13, I was like,
you went into the start button, you went into the you leave the baby come out of the box. You should have done that. And then double it and run the full thing.
it's gonna be two in here.
If you can, it's going to take a double and run down one. But max, here's the same thing. You got to have 3 points actually tied together. That's like this. So logically, you go from the start, out of the hole, and go to A1, and then put another wire in.
What that's gonna do,
Double and run it right around here.
you just had like one.
The way you get a branch, you don't put your cap in the center. That's the transition. Literally, you go to here, and then double it. And then you that's just the way they draw them.
Yeah, mine was
You
right
don't
next
really
to the
go
wall
in the
too.
middle of it, like that wood. Don't do that. Go to one end, and go in there and double it. That's what you really do. And then here start here from the white line.
Smart. You didn't get where you're going. I get it out.
Take another white wire, put that. It's gonna go back to the frame, white wire. That screw, yeah, get that screw. And also, get back there with the white wire, that brown symbol, so you get a short brown wire. It's gonna also go in there with the white wire. It's gonna go to the foot, another brown wire that goes here to the last pump. Because the incoming ground goes into this. You need to the ground wire.
Black wire. Also the red wire.
This one can go to the screw the washer. This one goes there like that. It goes in there before it goes to the middle, the red wire. And you have to have another one down here going to the. That's gonna be the ground.
You got 14 in there. So you wire here.
Another brown wire laying around. It's out one right now. Okay, there you go. That's it.
Here. There.
So you see it. That will also go with the screw there, and that will go into there like that. What you need is the screw with a big wire.
That's the same thing like in that wires you can see.
There's a smaller wash, let's get a little bit bigger wash to go with that, so it'll hold all that. So maybe, some washers, let's do that. That'll go in there, it'll go on top of it. When you put it in there, the sandwich there, and then you that other one. That screw will go right through that ring, and just put that up under there, just use it there, and just get some of the wire. That's just gonna go in the water. We'll do that.
You ain't started this yet?
That make a good sense, Sam? Yes, sir.
You said you want to put some YouTube?
Yeah.
But
But you gotta put one of those back there.
But y'all have, you got a question, y'all have.
I seen you was busy, so I just asked him.
That's good. Hey, I appreciate that. That's the way that's what I like to see happen. Because as soon as you learn it, then you can teach somebody.
Yeah, yes, sir.
You know what I mean? And that's going to speed process up.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. It's good to do that and keep that way of thinking when you go get a job somewhere. Don't be one to hoard up information. Some people, whatever they know, they ain't gonna tell nobody. And that just tells you right there, they're insecure people. You know what I mean? They don't want to teach somebody nothing. They think that somebody's gonna get the job. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Good. Okay, so we're over here now on the single phase pump. Robin's got to hit that. So we're on this and we're doing the low voltage hookup up top. So you got black, white, yellow.
Okay. Yeah, I made it for the Oh, okay, that's fair, that's fair.
Yeah, that's ready. And he did the low voltage hookup there on the right. You get a voltmeter over here on that switch, and I'll have an amp clamp over here, and we'll let you see both at the same time. So you put, no, I understand. The longer I sit down, it just weighs on that way, weighs on the back. Look back here, the neutrals are wound up together. Back in here, go straight through, wound up. And then your grounds, they both of them meet the screw. So that's straight. You're going to put a meter incoming, the ground, and then you check the weight of the switch and you'll see it on there.
Right, but my question is this the only neutral right there? So 1895 is not neutral. And it's neutral also, because I see the arrow right there, that's my brain,
It brings neutral to A2.
okay,
What is that contact can make or break the neutral.
okay. That's what I was wondering, because all I see was terminal. But anyway,
I didn't get that or change A2 has to. The neutral gets to it as long as that safety goes closed. But when it opens up, it'll actually cut A2 loose from neutral leg, and then the core closes.
was very interested once the ground.
Like you got it there. So if you go, let's put you, let's get you right here. So he's checking going into the switch. That's fine. That's checking away from the switch. That's the ground. That's the ground. And now move the probe over. That's away from the switch. And that's not hot, right? It is, and it's like cut it on. You see it cut on. Then you can see it go on. Like that. Just take it. Now you can check it leaving the overload. Move over one more place. And it's 1 point. So all that was time there. That's good. Now, so what you were doing there, you were checking that series circuit in there to make sure that you weren't missing something in that manual starter there. That's all. Don't let that slow down once you see the end. Or did you see the inrush the other day? Did you see the inrush current? We're going to get around the hot lead going to the motor. Watch that hand there. Let's stop. The inrush, you won't see it unless you actually start to stop. It does to get the load going. It does. What we're getting ready to say here is the regular running acts for the motor are, you look on the nameplate, we'll see if it's on the sheet. The amps, low voltage, 8.6. That would be the running acts that won't be obtained. That's what you're going to be looking for here. So we need to be about what we can do. We need to well down. Somewhere in that range. Now, it's still starting to turn the sun, but it's almost. You still see some.
I am, but I can walk.
You see somewhere in the lane, throw something in. That's more cutting out. Look closer to the 39. Use that step. So we're going to about 39 amps, and that's what you call the inrush pump. The thing that lets it happen without tripping is the thermal overload that we have. This doesn't react to the inrush. Yeah, there's a delay to it. So thermal overload allows the inrush to happen without tripping prematurely. I'll let you lock that thing out. Well, I'm remembering a little better today about this camera. If anybody's watching. Yeah, they are. Yeah. In your notebook. There you go. As far as reversal, you can do like you did over there. You can do that red and that black wire. You don't have to do it on there. He's just going to rebundle.
you'll do it with the board. That was, I don't know who's owned this one. Yeah, Brandon, gonna throw the man. Hey, is anybody working on this board over here? Anybody remember somebody? I know, John Vanderford, who was he working with? Okay, like you just go in. Or I don't know anybody. Let's get you a piece of paper and tag it, put your name on there. Hey, if anybody hasn't done the single phase 120 motor, you can do this. It's free if you haven't done it. Let's get you something. Let's tag that and put your name on it.
Oh yeah, I believe Brandon said that right before I got that he had evidently done it. So, and I went behind him and I did it. So my phone goes down.
Is what now?
Whenever I walked over here, I kept thinking anybody did it, but evidently Brandon walked over here and did it. And it's not on that.
And we hadn't checked here.
Like huge. Where? Goodyear. That's what that one Goodyear. 30, starting like 31 miles an hour. You gotta know people use that. Yeah, it was that way too. Logan Patrick's dad. He's not even actually working here. We appreciate you being off. Sure. Way too much, man. Do we have, do you want to propose it now? So now, you're gonna be a light.
Everything is not yellow. Choose the highlight. Because you got so many.
We need another green flag. I'm doing three, two. That one. One of your white wires. I'm doing three, like how that be? So that way this remains closed. You can go to the street and make it wide around.
Wow.
Hey, is everybody going with the how we see paper?
Yeah, I got that one.
You gotta check it, so you should. Yeah, I might just wait till next last week, because that's after this week. Did you do it? How bold is the logo on this? Not yet. I haven't tested it yet. Yeah, but after I tested it the first way, I got it. So was it the female part of the screw or the screw this bit? It was the female. Yeah. She's a little loose. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's it. It's fine. I was playing out of hold that take around the time. That one line, good out there. Put it back in, it's good. But I'll be talking all right. The track is kind of short. It's kind of short that way. I'm trying to call back in. If you look at it now, if you're starting to make more sense. When you see it run, it'll make more sense, you know. Okay, I'm heading over. I'm gonna test his motor. Yeah.
Mr. Owen, we'll check mine Thursday.
Yeah.
No, tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah, tomorrow, yeah.
We're ahead of him tomorrow.
We'll check it tomorrow.
Getting it done.
You did this one?
Yeah.
Okay. White, yellow. This is ready to run.
The incoming sources, yeah, it doesn't matter which you connect to.
It does, it honestly doesn't matter. That motor will run the same, it'll run the same direction clockwise, it doesn't matter. Because it's single phase. And on three phase, if you, on the three hots, if you flip either two, the motor will go the other way. For this, to make it go the other way, you're gonna do the run winding. Okay? Now, you flip the outside leg. What it says, what he says in here. You'll flip the black and the red. You reverse the black and the red and make it go change red, which is the start line. It works with the left. Kick it off the other way. So we'll test, will you remind me, we'll test it first thing tomorrow, okay? Huh? The classes are kind of short, but you've got 4 of them a week, so we're gonna do our best to keep it rolling. Y'all are doing really good. Everybody's doing good. Yeah, I'm glad y'all are here. You're doing really good. If you keep it up, it's gonna help you get a good job. Just stay with it. Just stay with it. Learn everything you can.
We're gonna test it tomorrow, right?
Yeah, we'll test tomorrow. Yeah. Okay.
Just finished up.
Huh?
Just finished up.
Good. You like that?
Yeah, just using different components. To it.
Yes, sir.
You just gotta pay attention, like when you're going here to here, there to there.
Right, you get into the good stuff. Yeah, you've been needing this while. You got PLCs before this. It's usually good to get this first and then PLC. But it's all gonna come together, you know. You'll wire stuff in this class if you actually program in PLC. You can do a hard line program. And the PLC can time it in. Okay. Maybe a lot easier. That makes sense. You're gonna get 3 wires here and go from P1 to the 3. Gonna come up with this motor. Motor on low voltage or high, it's gonna go low. You know, 230 range. And so the incoming wire from the car with the T1, it's gonna go, you're going with 1 and 7 here. So 1 and 7 and that 1 will come to this. T2, it will go and join with 2 and 8 between the wires together. T3, it will join with 3 and 9 here. That'll be 3 wires and a wire. And then 4, 5, and 6, they just go together, count together with the wire and the insulate. And that sets up the water. So this actually got wires long enough here to do it. But this motor's been set up on high voltage.
So I'm having to come back.
You got to redo it on low. It's just a dual voltage motor, right? The transformer is dual voltage. They'll take 2 different voltages coming in. And Brandon's hooking up a 3-phase motor here to his lab. And we'll be getting into this right here. Your 3 lines that come from the motor, your motor starter has a line 1 leaving at T1. It will come and join with a 1 and 7 in this motor. This and in here. Your line 1 from the motor starter, it joins with 1 and 7 here. Give you 3 wires together. Line 2 from the starter, it joins with 2 and 8 here. That'll give you 3 and a wire nut. Line 3 from the starter comes and goes with 3 and 9 in here. That gives you another 3 together. And then the 4, 5, and 6, they come together in a wire nut and they're just insulated. And that's your low voltage hookup that works for for 230 volt range for low voltage in addition. So that's our hookup there. It's a dual voltage motor, but we're going low. Yeah, you're going to just reconfigure what we call it.
It's gonna go to 27.
Okay.
See you later, man.
You want me to stand for once a week?
Yeah, it'd be easier if I do it like that. I got to turn it in there too.
That'll make more sense.
And since we got the same class for this class and the other class, I'll have to do it all on
Do
Thursday.
those one time. That'll work. That sounds good.
The only one I gotta get, no one.
What do you think? So far, like the line? Yeah. Good. It's good stuff. Them circuits are in, they're all over the place. All over the place.
I was telling Jake, Justin, I think he took most of the short.
He did.
Not back, Justin, I don't think we had to go. There's one back that's that.
It's just, he didn't
It's
have.
out.
He didn't have.
I was telling him I was
both
taking
controls
this
for sure.
semester, and he said, yeah, that's good. I wasn't able to take that, but you can help me.
Right. Yeah, I'd love to see him come back and get it, but I know he's busy, he's married now. Just give it some time. You get healed up first. Because whenever they get you back, it's gonna be like, it's gonna be a boom, it's gonna be on.
About what takes you so long?
Yep.
He said,
Ain't nothing like doing it, stepping in somebody's shoes. Yeah.
well, I can take my spot. Because they ain't got but two guys that live in the world, Randall, Ronald. That's all they got over there.
Randall who?
Ronald. They got Lynn, and then they got Justin by himself. He's been having somebody help him there while Ronnie came.
So Justin's doing the whole thing.
Well, doing the distribution side. Terry runs the other side. What is it called?
Manufacturing.
Manufacturing. He runs the manufacturing side. Yeah, but Terry don't want nobody else do it. That's how Terry. Terry's one of these guys.
Particularly.
Very
Curious.
yes.
What's called curious.
Yeah. You go in his shop,
Curious.
his shop, it's spotless. I mean, he spends days just cleaning his shop.
I ain't got time to do all that. I'm too busy trying to teach and, and get on to the next thing,
All right, I think we're ready.
All right, let's see what we got. So we've got line 1 coming from the starter.
That's to the blue and pink.
Right. That's the 1 to 7, it is. Line 2. You see it's got his line 1, 2, and 3 over there, and black wires coming off the starter. And this should be 2. Yeah, that's line 2.
This one to the red and white.
Right. That's your 2 and 8. That's exactly right. There's 3.
One to black and gray.
That's supposed to be 3 and 9.
Oh, I messed up. It's gonna be orange and gray.
the sections together.
All right.
Line 3. Exactly. 3 and 9. And then you got your 4, 5, and 6. That's exactly right. So everything's set up right here for low voltage.
And ground's gonna go here.
If your pigtail, come that cord set over there, will get locked out, that's gonna come in here.
So what is it?
This actually, it needs to come in. Yeah, that's what we would normally do. We need an island. I need to put a ring terminal. Let's get a ring terminal so we can put on there. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna grab one of those on the first take lines. Right here. Yeah. So the insulator, the non-insulated, the insulator will be up here. So you don't crack the plastic. You see what get a pop right in front. Pull that line, make sure it doesn't come out. Now you can keep the drill over the drill. That's good to do all. If you want to, you can just say the first thing, first word. All right, we got it wired up. Just I forgot about you, man. Give me a minute. Get in there. But once I get you going in there, I can check it or I check them off. Yeah. Right, we can do it tomorrow, first thing. Okay, that will probably be better. Yeah, so that way you can help them out if they need it. Yeah, that's the easiest. Have them do it remote. Yeah. For now. Yeah. But that's good. So we'll just leave it all right. That's probably be the best time. Okay, whoever's watching the session, we're going to end it now. And keep it